Salut, c'est Sarah et je te retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle vidéo sur les clichés au Japon. Dans cette vidéo, ma collègue Nozomi va pouvoir répondre à des clichés qu'on peut avoir sur le Japon et elle va nous dire selon elle si c'est vrai ou faux. La semaine dernière, on a déjà répondu à 4 clichés sur le Japon, comme par exemple les Japonais ne disent jamais non, ou il est impossible de se faire des amis au Japon, ou bien que tous les Japonais sont minces. Si tu veux voir ces réponses, je te mets le lien de la vidéo en description. Et aujourd'hui, on part sur de nouveaux clichés. À chaque fois, tu vas voir, on essaye de te donner aussi des conseils pratiques si tu viens en voyage au Japon ou si tu viens même t'installer au Japon. C'est parti! Une des premières questions qu'on a eues, c'est sur la nourriture. Est-ce que c'est vrai que les Japonais mangent des sushis tous les jours?
Pas tous les jours. For me, sushi is something special. So when we want to celebrate some occasion, we go to restaurant to eat sushi. Or for me, when I want to eat something healthy outside, I go cheap sushi place to just grab quick lunch or quick dinner. But normally we don't eat sushi in a daily basis. For example, for lunch, I had a friend who's in a really tight budget, so he always brings lunch at work. What he brings is rice and pouched curry. So you put pouched curry in a container with rice and you just put it in a microwave and you eat it for lunch. Some people just go outside to eat lunch like rice, fish, miso soup, sometimes with a pork, beef, like that. And also we can say we eat white rice at least once a day. I think most of the people eat white rice once a day. For the morning we eat, I think there's two kinds of people. One, you just don't eat anything in the morning, you just eat coffee and you just drink coffee and you just spend all morning without eating. But if you want to eat something, I start with rice, some vegetable and some protein, so such as it can be natto, the food that you don't like.
True.
And egg, just scrambled egg, or tofu with soy sauce on it. But for my daughter, she eats toast. Toast with a strawberry jam on it and yogurt and bananas. So we have like Western kind of breakfast and Japanese style breakfast. For dinner,
Yeah.
I think nowadays people are really busy working, right? Like, we both work. So after you come home, you don't have lots of time. So you just do some quick preparation. Just cut the veggies and put in the pan and you just fry with the soy sauce, or sometimes I use sake or a bit of sugar to just fry it with rice and miso soup. Yeah, I think rice and miso soup always comes together for dinner. Sometimes you want to eat noodles and we do yakisoba. Yakisoba is pretty convenient because you have noodle and veggies and meat inside. So for me, I don't need to prepare lots of meat to compensate the nutrition. You just cook one yakisoba and it's done. So when I'm tired, I do that. But when I'm not tired, I try to prepare rice, miso soup, and something else.
I think everyone knows sushi is not the things we eat every day, but for the rest, some people don't know. Someone asked if you had to pick only one, would it be noodle or rice?
Rice.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid
rice. Yeah, noodle. I think 90% of Japanese loves ramen. But ramen is really fat because it comes with a really fatty sauce. So you cannot really eat every single day, right? But on the other hand, rice is way better, healthier. So if I need to pick one, rice.
Yeah. The second question was about the cost of living in Japan. Is it expensive to live in Japan?
I think now, I don't know the real cost in France, but compared to what I think of France, cost of living in Japan, I think is much cheaper. If you go to convenience to get lunch, if you spend 900 yen, which is like €6, you get bento and drink. Sometimes you can get one hot snack like chicken, deep fried chicken, or spring roll with it. So it's cheap, right?
It is, right? You've been to France, so it's getting harder and harder to eat less than €8.
Yeah. And for drinks as well, cafe is a
Oh,
bit
yes,
expensive in
yes.
France, I found. But in Japan, sorry to talk about convenience store again, but if you pay 200 yen, which is like 1.5 euro,
True.
you get hot coffee.
Yeah.
So it's really cheap. Of course, if you go to expensive restaurant, it costs more. But for food, I think the cost is really cheap. For rent,
Yeah.
I think if you live in Tokyo, if you want to rent space around 50 square meter, close to station, you need to pay at least 100,000 yen, 800 euro,
Oh, okay.
I guess.
So it's quite okay for.
Quite okay.
Yes.
But it's not, the space is not big. It's like smaller than 50.
50 is not so bad
Not so
for
bad.
capital, I feel.
But you need to choose a good like, station. You cannot be in the center of Tokyo.
Okay.
You need to be like edge of Tokyo to do that. If you live in the center of Tokyo, you have to pay 160,000 yen
Okay.
for that size, I think. Euro is 1,000 euro, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's not so surprising when, like 5 years ago, I think it was close to the same, but lately, yeah, because of yen
The
going down.
currency exchange, yeah.
I think in Paris it's getting harder and harder to have a rent with that is not 1,000 euro.
Okay.
It's getting hard, even for a studio, only one room.
room.
So
Okay.
I think it's still more expensive in Paris. The transports, I think it's maybe
transport.
the only one that is quite expensive.
Yeah, because you need to pay each section.
True.
And it goes up depending on how many stations you go.
Yeah, this one is tricky maybe for people who would never come. In France, we have the Pass Navigo, and so you have the whole, you choose, but you have the whole area of Paris.
Yeah, €2.15.
For one ticket?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the new price.
Ah.
True. And then if you want, but it's for French, mostly if you want 1 month, and you get the whole Paris area. So you pay just 1 month and you can, it's as if we could go anywhere in Tokyo.
Oh, wow.
So it's really convenient.
Yeah.
The price is getting upper, but it's less expensive if you take the, I don't know, Yamanote line, and you pay only the Yamanote line.
Yes.
It's gonna be much more expensive. So in Japan, you pay for your line or your way to work from point A to point B. You pay for just this,
Yes.
and every time you want to go in another place and you don't use your line, you're gonna pay more.
Yeah, it's like starting from 140 yen. If you go more than 3 stations, it's become 180. If you go more than 5 stations, you need to pay 200. If you go more than 6 stations, you have to pay like 320. You just go up, and you take train for 30 minutes. With JR, I think you need to pay at least 400 yen.
Yeah.
Right. I think phones are not expensive in Japan.
It's
like
cheaper.
3,000 yen per month.
Yes, true. It's quite cheap.
Quite cheap. It used to be really expensive like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
Everyone paid like 8,000, 9,000. But
really?
the government said, let's stop this way and you can choose a carrier, you can choose a SIM, and you can be free.
Really?
And
So there
now
was.
we can pay. We paid like 3,000 yen.
So it was like a lobby. Like the company set the price very high,
Yeah.
and everyone agreed on setting the price
Yeah.
high. Oh, I didn't know.
It's really expensive, no? When you come to Japan for the first time, maybe the price was really high, I think.
I think I probably paid 5,000. I had 5 giga or less for a very quite high price.
And now, how
And now I have unlimited. Oh no, it's amazing! I have unlimited for 2,500. Rakuten. Rakuten is a very good place, but you have to live here. You have to have an address, I think, to get the how do you say the contract.
Yeah.
So
they ask like residential card and Juminhyo and your hobby and your favorite food. And they ask every digit of you, right?
Like you have to the address. You have to get a number.
Yeah, phone number, no?
So
No.
They asked me a number, but I was asking for a number, right? So they asked me a number to create a number. I think it's quite tricky, this administrative thing. So I have to give a friend number to get my own number, and it was complicated. And if you're coming for just travel, it's better to get
just a SIM,
eSIM or SIM, and it's really easy. And I suggest to buy it before online or before coming, because it happened to me a lot of time. I arrived at the airport. I got even though I buy it at the airport, sometimes you need 1 day to make it
Activated?
activated. And so I struggled very much to go to
I
the
see.
hotel. So if you can do it in advance, it's
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
This one, I saw tons of video lately on YouTube about people asking, cheating is it normal in Japan? And most of the people were saying, yeah, either I did it, either I accept it if it's I don't know, I accept it if I don't know, a lot of options, but mostly it was like very surprising how many people were accepting cheating.
Oh yeah, cheat. I mean, I don't want to accept it, but yeah, if someone is cheating on me behind my back and if I don't realize it,
You
okay.
kind of
I
accept
feel
it.
like okay. If you do what I'm not saying, if you
Yeah.
don't leave any evidence, there's no way that I know. Okay, then I feel okay. I'm not okay, but yeah, I will accept. I think
So interesting.
because there's no way that I can know, right? Because he's hiding. He
Yeah,
doesn't
of course.
leave any evidence, and if he doesn't, if it doesn't affect our relationship, I feel, yeah, it's okay. I cannot control that much.
Of course, right? Yeah. To me, it's so surprising. But what if you know about it? Yeah, like he doesn't want to tell you.
Oh no, that's a different story.
That's different.
Yeah,
Like, but if he tried his best not to show it,
okay,
but then,
no.
but it's not a regular thing. Like you just realize or you just realize what happens.
Oh no, that's totally different. Yes, if I found out that my partner is cheating on me behind my back, the day I found out, I don't know how to act. But
yeah, it's harder. Yeah, it's super
I
hard.
think I'd be really shocked at the beginning, and after I will try to think, how can I tell him about it with a really strong opinion judgmental way, but without sounding like a kid. I don't want to be like, why you cheat on me, blah blah blah. That is really childish,
I think
right?
it's fair.
But I want to give a bim.
Okay.
A really smart way of asking. I want to. I won't make him feel so bad.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to be like.
Don't lose your confidence, but be angry, right?
Yeah.
So, I think in the end we have the same sort of point of view. It's from you only, and it's not accepted, probably.
Yeah, not accepted. Yes,
Okay.
Not accepted. But nowadays people have like free relationship. How do you call it?
Yeah.
Free relationship or casual relationship.
Yeah.
It's okay to have second partner, kind.
There's a lot of options, but sometimes some people want to say open relationship. You have one lover, but different partners, or two lovers, or three. Yeah.
Right. One YouTuber in Japan, they are married, but they have this system.
Oh, really?
So
and they talk about it.
Yes, they talk about it. And one have partner, one have as a partner, but they are cool with that. So I think it's still a rare case, but there's people like that as well.
Still, they talk about it. I think in France it can happen, but image is still a little too different, so people maybe won't say out loud, "Oh, we are in an open relationship." Or maybe some people might say, "I don't know."
Yeah, but I think because they're YouTubers, they could say it out loud.
You think?
Yeah, because it's a good topic to discuss.
True.
It's great things to bring such topic to audience, right?
Yeah.
But if you are no one, and I think it's hard to tell your friends like, actually I'm in a relationship and blah blah blah. Maybe it's hard.
True. So interesting. So next cliché is le Japon est super technologique, tout est hyper moderne, everything is brand new.
No. Especially when it comes to administration.
Yeah.
We still need to visit the bureau in a certain time, like opening hours from 10 to 4, like what the fuck? I'm working, and to get certain paper you need other paper to prove that I'm validated to get this paper. But to get this paper I need to go to the other office to claim it.
Sure.
So I think in France you guys can do many things online.
We,
Those paper you
yeah,
can
yeah,
get it
yeah.
online.
Still a lot of things we can do online.
Nowadays we have those, like, yeah, we can use my number card to get it, but still some specific paper we need to actually go to see a bureau to get it, and it takes so long. Like, I think some people think Japanese are really advanced and really quick, but it really depends for administration and stuff. It takes forever.
Yeah. Is it like mostly for company or life, everyday life, or both? Both.
For company is the worst.
Because you take care of it for the company, so you totally know.
Call and you make sure what they ask. We send. They said, but this one was exception. Like, it's same when you go to make contract with your phone.
Yes.
I always make sure what I need, and once you go, they're like, but this one is not really correct because, like, there's always exception that, of course, they couldn't maybe expect it.
Yeah.
But I asked you, I asked you, I took an appointment. And can I do it online? They said, for this one, you cannot, you have to come back. Like, so I need to take another appointment to come back to make the contract to have Wi-Fi or internet. Oh, wow, is it really advanced? I don't know. But yeah, maybe it's advanced. In the restaurant, the AI, the robot brings you.
Yeah, that's exactly what people say usually. We have robots in restaurants, but administration is so hard. But yeah,
that's true.
And you have every time you can order almost more and more you can order on the tablet, iPad.
Yes.
Yeah. This is different.
It depends which category you focus on, but it's not totally advanced.
Okay. I know some foreigners wonder, especially when they come to visit, are tattoos very badly seen?
I think as the generation changes, nowadays there are more people who's acceptable with tattoos, but still when you go in a public bus, they said please hide your tattoo if you have one. Or if you go into sauna, they say please hide your butt. But having tattoo is more accepted.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. And what do you think about like beauty standards? Is it a bad thing or is it a good thing? Like if you start dating with someone, they might say they don't like it or it's okay.
What I heard from my friends, some boy dislike it. Like once he finds out that you have tattoo, oh wow, you have tattoo?
Really?
Like a bit. Like it's not like, oh wow, it's good, but not like that. Some guy was like, oh, you have tattoo. It didn't mean like he's being really judgmental and saying no, but he was just surprised.
Okay, too surprised.
And when he was surprised, he was like, oh, you have a tattoo? So I think it's accepted, but once you find your close person having tattoo, it's still surprising for people who is not really used to it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know because I feel, of course now it's accepted, but there's people really, it's accepted but not to the point they want it. On a fait la plupart des clichés. J'espère que cette vidéo t'a plu. Si tu as d'autres clichés ou d'autres questions sur la vie au Japon, n'hésite pas à nous mettre un commentaire. Abonne-toi, ça nous donne de la force parce qu'on commence à faire ce genre de vidéo. J'espère que ça te plaît. On te dit à la semaine prochaine pour une nouvelle vidéo. À bientôt!
À bientôt!